Ooh.
It hit the back of the cup. The cup's really high.
Yes. That was like a basketball.
Yeah, the cup's really high, so it hit right here. Ooh.
Lucky break?
Yeah. Hello world, and welcome back to another brand new episode of Golfing the Villages. Today, we made our way to the northernmost country club in all of the villages, known as the Nancy Lopez Legacy Country Club. Our goal was to play some championship golf. Specifically, we wanted to tackle the Torri Pines 9 holes from the gold tee box, which is one box up from the tips. Ironically, only 4 of the 9 holes had a gold specific teeing location, and the other 5 were shared by the back tees. The scorecard says we will sling it around 3,180 yards, which is a bit on the short side. Funny enough, after hitting my first tee shot, a random individual shouted out that I should have played the course from the tips. Sadly, we again are playing by ourselves today, but nevertheless, when we record for you, we always have a good time. It's 12:04 p.m., 91 degrees with the wind a gentle 4, gusting to 9 miles per hour. Without further ado, let's get after it. And here we are on the first tee, par 5, playing 534 yards. We're definitely going to start it off with the driver. I had an okay warm-up session, didn't actually hit any drivers, but we're going to try to start this draw down the middle and get it to peel back toward the left side. So it starts down the middle, but snap hooks. I don't get all of it. This thing only goes about 244 yards, but it's in play. Alright, so one of the goals of that tee ball was to be on this left center of the fairway. However, we're on at least the left side of the course. 290 to the pin. It's going to be a layup with a 5-iron. Looking to get it down there and get a wedge in our hand. This 5-iron is punched low and running down there. It should give us a really good shot or a really good chance at our third shot. And we got some applause from the people on their lanai. It was applause-worthy indeed. It leaves us 112 yards to the flag. The flag is kind of on the right side there, just over the bunker. This is going to be a gap wedge, trying to hit a little cutter. It's high in the air now, not working to the flag. Basically stayed right where I hit it, but it's on the green, and we'll have a look at birdie. So that gap wedge gave us a 31-footer to try and make birdie. I've got this moving left to right. You can see where I'm set up with this down the line view. I put on a pretty good stroke, but I underpaced it. Obviously, it started to move a lot at the end. A little bit of a theme. I had some difficulties reading these greens. This 6-footer to try and save par. Oh man, just rolled it past. So I'm just having an issue with the speed a little bit early on here. This 2-footer went in the hole for bogey. All right, so we're 1 over through 1 as we step up to the second tee. It's a par 3, playing 185 yards to the center and 180 yards to the pin. This is definitely going to require a good swing here, and I selected the 6-iron from the bag. Trying to hit a little tiny cut. Start this at the left of the flag, now cutting back towards the pin, looking really good all over it. Hits just beyond the flag and actually sits. What an exquisite shot with a 6-iron. To get you 15 feet, it is going to be down the hill. I'm a little surprised that it didn't come down on its own, but Nevertheless, we got the pin in there for this downhill, left to right, and in the hole for birdie. Well done.
Nice birdie.
Yeah, I left.
Love a bounce back birdie to bring us back to even par as we step up to the third tee. Plays 315 on the scorecard, but 330 from the tee marker. Not really sure what's true here because I didn't find a ground marker. But anyway, I'm trying to hit a draw. The run out is 290 or 300 on the trees straight ahead. And this one I actually start. I hit push over the trees, yell 4 because I think it's going to go toward the green.
Oh, I gotta bounce.
I took the shortest distance between 2
on the
points,
other
which is a
side.
straight line,
I
and
went
wait till
further
you
right
see where this is. So if it played 315, that meant I only hit that about 237. If it plays 330, it means I hit it about 251. I feel like that was a 251 shot. But anyway, this is where I left myself, 79 yards to the pin in an impossible spot. I'm not good enough to have a technique to play this shot. I went through a bunch of different clubs, finally settled on gap wedge, and my back foot slipped, fanned the face open to the right, and this thing is right side of the green. Yikes. Maybe I could have tried it lefty. I don't know. Anyway, now we are around the green here. This is a shot I'm pretty confident in, to be honest. I haven't been executing very well on camera, but this is the 62-degree lob wedge. Trying to hit it high and soft, and I hit it low and hard. And this is going to run out. That's exactly what you don't want to do in this scenario, but nevertheless, it is what it is. So now we find ourselves with this putt back up the hill, 39 feet to the hole, and unfortunately, it's for par. So as I roll it up to the cup, you can see it's got a lot of pace on it. These greens, despite looking a little slower, are a little quicker than you would think. It's kind of an awkward scenario. But anyway, we've got 7 feet now for, unfortunately, bogey. Let's see if I can make a putt. All right, in the hole. That's a nice 7-footer for bogey.
Perfect pace.
Yeah.
So now as we make our way to the fourth tee, everything matches up here. Scorecard and placard both say 361 yards. Looking to hit a little bit of a draw here still. I don't know. Do the tee markers look like they're really close together? I don't know. Comment below. Let me know what you think. This one starts left and is going left. This is a duck hook. I think I get about 200 yards out of this drive, which is no bueno. Speaking of no bueno, you can't even really see the flag. If you use that sort of telephone pole, that's the left edge of the green. I don't even think you can see the flag. But anyway, this is 162 yards to the pin. I've got a 7-iron. Not worried about the lip or anything. Just trying to hit a solid cut shot back toward the center of the green. And this one starts left, doesn't cut. I got a little stuck in the sand again, but it's green side and we're okay. Unfortunately, I may have rushed this shot a little bit. Amy wasn't quite set up, but she gave you a little pan to show you where it's at. This is, again, a 62 degrees, something I'm comfortable with, but I have not been executing well on camera. And again, I'm just not giving it enough effort, not carrying it far enough, just being really half-hearted with it. So that'll leave me with an 18-footer for par, which is not the putt you want to have for par, but let's see if the flat stick can bail me out. So the short game's been lacking today. Roll it up. Oh, wow. And see, that one just rolled out a lot more than it looks like it would have. So now I've got 4 feet for bogey, and I just took that back way too far. That's just a bad putt. What are you going to do? Tap in for double bogey. As we are 3 over through 4, don't have to worry about any course records. They're safe today. This hole is a dogleg to the right, and I'm kind of looking to finish on that last row of palm trees, so I'm trying to fit my draw in here, kind of where it doesn't belong, instead of hitting the cut shot, but let's see what I can do here. This one takes the tiger line, starts much further right, is a very, very tight draw, but it's actually going to be in really good shape. It's really deep. So that last drive was almost 282 total, which is a pretty good whack at it for sure. This gives us 106 to the pin, and I've got a gap wedge in hand. Technically missed the fairway. I think this is actually the rough, but again, the rough in the Villages in general isn't too bad here. You can really go after it. Let's see if I can shoulder shake my way into a nice birdie putt. Good strike now, leaking a little bit right of the flag, not quite where I was looking, but it's going to be on the surface, and we'll have a look at birdie.
Okay.
21 feet, in fact, is the remainder that we have to get to the hole here. This is an uphill putt, which is nice. It is going to break a little our right to left is what I'm thinking. So I send it up that side and it starts to come back, but it just runs out of pace. So not horrible. It's a good putt to leave us with a tap-in potential for a par. I should be able to tap this in, right? Yeah, no problem. All right, we're in the hole for par.
Thank you.
Now as we stand on the 6th tee, it's a par 4 playing 368 yards. I'm looking at that rightmost trap, but the left edge of it as the start line, and going to draw it back to the fatter part of the fairway. There is a chance it hits the hill and kind of runs down toward the water, but I'm willing to take that chance from here. This is a solid swing. This thing is on a rope heading on the exact line we discussed. It looks like it's going to clear it. It might hit that hillside and run down. Kind of a terrible break that it ends up here, but it is only 86 yards. The flag is just over the rake in the trap there. Torn between sand wedge and lob wedge, I settle on sand wedge. And a little too clean, going to be over the back of the green, actually hits on the green and rolls back a little bit toward that water back there. So the ball did hold up, and at least I've got a shot here. Wait till Amy pans, and you'll see how long this really is. This is lob wedge. I need to carry this much further than I did. This is still going to leave me a very long-range putt as the flag was near the front of the green. This now 49 feet to the hole for par. It's hard to make a living with 49 feet for par, but we're going to give it a chance. We roll it up to the cup, and whoop, ooh, it just hit, and it still rolled out a bunch. Wow. Carried just way too much pace. So anyway, we've got 10 feet now for bogey. I really wasn't thinking bogey from the sandbox, but nevertheless, in the hole.
Good 10-footer.
Seventh tee, 366 yards. Pretty much a straightaway fairway. Really not much to do here. I'm aimed up the right-hand side a little bit. Again, trying to turn this draw over with my driver, which is sort of my comfort shot. Checking my alignment, especially that face, which is so important. Kicks, fires, and leaves the face a little bit open, so it starts to push and cut a little bit. It's going to be up the right-hand side. I see it bounce. It's safe and sound. Even that spinny open facer went 260 yards, so it still wasn't too bad. This gives us 106 yards to the pin, and now we've got a gap wedge, a little thicker rough to deal with, but really not too bad at all. You can see the flag just over the bunker, trying to hit a little cut. This one starts at the flag and then does cut, but cuts a little too much for my liking. It is going to hit the green. It'll be a long-range chance at birdie. I guess range is determined on what you feel comfortable with, but this one is 21 feet. So still, I would consider it a long range effort, just trying to get it close. Hopefully it goes in. This one's slightly down the hill, and I've got it working R left to right, and you can see, yeah, it just didn't turn enough,
that was what I was reading.
and I had a little too much pace on it. So now we've got 6 feet for par, and I'd love to get this in the hole. This should be an easy one, and I just lose the face.
putter in my hand.
Wow. Accidents happen. I'm not perfect. What are you going to do? Got a 2-footer. Hopefully I can make this for a bogey 5. Yep, there you go. Nothing gets me more than the 3 putts. I really hate those. Anyway, now on to the 8th hole on our second and final par 3, 164 yards to the center, but 171 to that back pin. I went ahead and selected the 7-iron. Probably going to give this ball a ride after 3-putting the last hole. That's just my guess. And here we go, big strike. It is on the left side of the green, not cutting back toward the flag, but it's going to be about hole high, and another long range look at birdie. So that 7-iron gave us 36 feet to the hole for birdie here. This one I have moving our right to left, my left to right. And I'm going to play a little more break than I played on previous holes, trying to figure it out, and I overplayed the break. So, I guess it is what happens. It's a constant guessing game, but we've got 3 feet now. Hopefully I can make this par. Be nice not to 3-putt this hole. Yeah. Oh, it hits the back of the cup, which is actually raised. I didn't notice it, but it did bounce in. I got the shooter's roll. All right, now over to the 9th and final hole, which is our last par 5 of the day. Plays 498 on the scorecard, but 522 on the marker. I think we're all the way at the back tees anyway. We're maxed out here, so not really sure what it's playing, but it's long, and we're going to go ahead and hit a driver. I'm looking to hit on that tower, or at least finish it on that line. This one actually comes out cutty. I dragged the handle, kind of slacked across it, but it's down there, and then it hits the fairway and rolls a little to the right. So this ball hit in the fairway and kind of cut its way over, but it did find the rough here. It is sitting down a little bit, and I don't know if that last drive was 300 total or 276 total. I guess it depends on where you're where you're measuring. But anyway, we've got a pitching wedge here, just looking to lay up. I don't feel I could get a long club on this ball. So this is a good strike, just laying it up toward the left, toward that trap. Want to make sure it catches the fairway, which it does. It'll give us a good chance at our third.
It's kind of a weird.
With that layup, we have just 99 yards now to the pin, and this is a sand wedge. I've got really no problems. I'm looking at the flag. I don't have any traps to worry about. I mean, this is what you call a green light special. Just fire at this flag and get it as close as you can. This ball starts out on the left, trying to work it to the flag, but comes up a touch shorter. Not really great distance control. It is on the green for a long-range birdie look.
Up a little left.
So I managed my way around this hole very strategically, I would say, to leave myself with 23 feet. It is a long-range birdie look, moving our left to right. And unfortunately, I just don't hit it. I don't know what to say. I lost a little with the putting today, but I've got a 5-footer that we can make par. I know I can make this. I've made this putt. Easy does it in the hole, and let's go 5 over for the day. And I just tend to push it off the face there. Tap in for a bogey. That's 6 over. Well, that's going to conclude the golfing action for today. I have a few stats from today's round that I'd like to highlight. I did hit 2 out of 7 potential fairways, and I hit 6 out of 9 greens in regulation, but I had 4 3-putts, which really ballooned my score to 6 over par, 42 total strokes. It's a few more than I needed to get around Torri Pines from the gold tees, but I didn't lose a ball, so I guess we need to cheer on the small victories where we can. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, we will see you on the course.